Hey guys, welcome to 4.3b notes. Yesterday we talked about parallel lines and their slopes. Today we are going to talk about perpendicular lines. So perpendicular lines are lines that intersect to form right angles. So when you think about that, remember that is something that is forming a 90-degree or a right angle. Okay. Non-vertical lines are perpendicular if and only if their slopes are opposite reciprocals. Okay, remember this from last year? If you had a slope of 1/2, the opposite reciprocal of that would be -2/1. So you flip the fraction and change the sign. So for example, another one, if I had -5/3, I would flip this, so I would have 3/5, and since my original was a -5/3, my new fraction would be a +3/5. Okay, another example, look down at the equations here. Okay, those are actually from this first example that I did up here, where my slope was a 1/2 and then my other slope was a -2. So those are examples of perpendicular lines. Okay, so we're going to write an equation of a line that passes through 7, -9 and is perpendicular to the line x = 10. Remember yesterday when we had this problem, we wanted this one to be parallel, and so for parallel we said, well, a Vux line has to be parallel to another Vux line. So think about my Vux line straight up and down. How would that make a right angle with another line? Would it look something like this? Would it look something like this? Or something like this? Okay, and think about what kind of line this is. What kind of line is that when it goes straight left and right? So that is a Hoy line. So I want an equation of a Hoy line, which remember that y on the end tells me that this should be y = a number for my equation. So my equation is going to look like y = some number. But I know that my line has to go through the point 7, -9. So if I were to put that on a graph, 7, -9 would be way down here. Okay, -9 and then over 7. Okay, so what would be the equation of the line that would go through that point? So think about your y's. This has to touch the y-axis at this value right here, which is a -9. So y = -9 is my equation. Okay, you can also find this value just like we found the x yesterday. We find the y today from that -9 from the point. Okay, our next one, write an equation of a line that passes through -3, 5 and is perpendicular to the line 3x + 5y = -5. Remember that yesterday, the first thing that we needed to find was our slope. Since this equation is not in slope-intercept form, we do need to find that first. So let's go ahead and get this to where we have a y = mx + b equation. So I want it to look like y = mx + b. So think about how you would solve this in order to get y by itself. So we're going to subtract our 3x from both sides. We get 5y = -3x - 5. And then think about how we get the y by itself. I want to get rid of that 5, so we are going to divide. Remember that all pieces get divided by 5, so if that's confusing to use one line, separate it with 2. So this gets me -3/5 x - 1. Okay, we did all of this work so far to figure out what the slope of that line was. And yesterday we were working with parallel lines, so we used that slope. Today we want perpendicular lines, So my original slope is negative 3/5. I want to know what would be perpendicular to that. So we need to flip our fraction and change the sign. So I flip my fraction, 5/3, and my original was negative, so here's my new slope, positive 5/3. Okay, remember, once you have your slope and your point, which my point over here, I have got my x1 and y1. Think about what we did next. We have a slope and a point, so we're going to use our point slope form where we were filling in our blanks. Okay, so my y1 is getting plugged into my first blank, so y minus 5 equals, remember this next one is your m, which we just said over here our slope was 5/3. And inside those parentheses, that's my x1. So over here, I'm plugging in a negative 3. Okay, then I'm going to simplify. So this minus a negative inside becomes a plus sign. Then I'm going to distribute that 5/3. So now I have y minus 5 equals 5/3 x plus 5. Okay, feel free to pause the video at any time if you guys want to work out in your calculator or if you need to write something down. Okay, then we're going to add 5 to both sides. So I get 5/3 x plus 10. There is your equation. Okay, so remember, some of them we had to work out on yesterday's assignment. Some of them, our line was already given to us in slope-intercept form. So this is one where we already have y equals mx plus b form. So it says write an equation of a line that passes through 4, -3 and is perpendicular to the line y equals mx plus b, where y equals 4x minus 1. So what is the slope of this line? Okay, so my slope is 4. And then we are ready to plug everything into our blanks. Okay, my slope is 4. So I just need to figure out what would be perpendicular to that. Remember, any whole number can be written over 1. So I'm going to flip my fraction and change my sign. So my original 4/1 is positive. So my new slope has to be negative. Okay, now let's plug them into our blanks. Okay, so my first blank is my y1, so this becomes minus -3 equals, here's my slope, -1/4, and my my x1, which is a 4. Okay, now let's simplify. So these two right here become a plus, y plus 3. And now I'm going to distribute that -1/4. So I get -1x plus 1. Oh, -1/4 x, excuse me. -1/4 x plus 1. Okay, then think about how you get your y by itself. So we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. So y equals -1/4 x minus 2. And there's your equation. Okay, remember this picture from yesterday? Okay, it says write an equation of a line that passes through the given point, which again, just like yesterday, is 4,2, and is perpendicular to the given line. So yesterday, we looked at our picture, and we said the slope of this line, I was going down 3 and over 1. So my original slope is -3/1. So yesterday we kept that because we wanted parallel. Today we want perpendicular. So I'm going to flip my fraction and change my sign. So if I flip my fraction, I now have 1/3. And my original was negative, so this should be a positive 1/3. Okay, here's my x1 and y1 from my point. So now let's plug it into our blanks. So x minus, here's my y1 I'm plugging in as 2, equals 1/3, that's the slope we just found, times x minus 4. Okay, and now we're going to simplify. So y minus 2 equals 1/3 x, because I'm distributing, minus 4/3. Okay, then I'm going to add 2. So y equals 1/3 x, and feel free to use your calculator here. This should be plus 2/3. Okay, the last two examples for today's notes are deciding which lines, if any, are parallel or perpendicular. So in this case, you only need to find slope. Okay, so you guys have been getting really good at slope. So remember that's your y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So for my first one, I have 3 minus 1 over 0 plus 2, because I have a minus and negative. So for this first slope, I have 2 over 2, which is 1. My second slope, right here, second line, I have 4 minus 1 over 6 minus 4. And I'm going to simplify. Again, if you need to pause the video at any time, feel free to do so. This one I get 3/2. And my last one, I have 1 minus 3 over 4 minus 1. So I end up with a negative 2/3. So comparing all of those slopes, none of them are the same, so no parallels. But line B and line C are perpendicular. They have opposite reciprocal slopes. Okay, last one is the same thing. So I'm going to figure out what my slope is for each line. Okay, looking at my first one, my slope is right here. So I know my slope is 2/3. My second line, I do have to solve to get this in the right form. So I'm making sure, remember pause if you need to, that this gets into y equals mx plus b form. So I went ahead, I subtracted the 3x over. I'm going to divide by 2, and I get negative 3/2 x plus 4. So here's the slope of that line. And my last line, again, I need to get it into the correct form so I can see my slope. And divide by 3. So this time my slope is a 2/3. Okay, so do any of them have the same slope? Remember, same slope is parallel. So I have parallel lines, line A and C. Those are the same slope. And then perpendicular lines, remember those are opposite reciprocals. I have A and B, and also B and C. So you have 2 sets for perpendicular lines. Okay, if you have any questions, please remember to email me or ask me when I get back. Otherwise, have a great weekend, guys. Bye.